carbon or add biomass to our bodies if we're eating more, right? If we're taking it in, yes? What do you need me to say? So biomass is the amount of matter of living things, right? How much matter they are. And then we're going to talk about it in the reference of glucose. So what does that have to do with carbon? So glucose contains carbon, right? So if we eat biomass or take in biomass, we're going to increase, right? So if we eat the glucose, we're going to increase our biomass. And then how would we decrease our biomass? Moving, like, so basically breaking down the glucose and using the glucose a lot. We're going to decrease our biomass. So, number 2, we are not copying what is on the board. So I'm going to pull it back to the carbon cycle and we are going to make a biomass pyramid. So a pyramid is based on how many organisms you have. What is going to always be on the bottom of the pyramid? The producer. So if I go back to my carbon cycle diagram, this, out of this food chain, what is going to be on the bottom?
Grass.
We'll put grass. It looks like a shrub or something. Then what are y'all going to put? In the we have 2 more organisms, and y'all figure out which one goes where.
Beautiful.
Y'all are good at drawing squares. All right. Okay, y'all gotta look at the animals on the board. We're not making them up. So what's the next one? What is this? A rabbit, or a hare, or a bunny. Y'all could use any of those words, right? All relates to the same thing. And then what do we think the next thing is? Lynx or a bobcat, mountain cat, I don't know. Since I don't have a whole lot of room, I'm just gonna write lynx here, okay? Lynx. So, the largest is always on the bottom. This biomass pyramid, there's always gonna be way more blades of grass, right? And a lot of grass, a lot of plants are gonna make more biomass, yes? So they are making all of the biomass for Earth, right? They are converting solar energy into glucose. The rabbits have to eat to increase their biomass. So they have to eat the grass. Miss Watson's room. Who? Okay, thank you. Sydney, you're checking out. So, what are we doing next? So we made the pyramid. Why is there going to be less biomass for the lynx? Why is there less biomass for the lynx?
Maybe like some of the biomass is lost to like the earth.
Okay. Say that again. The 10% rule. So basically what's happening is the rabbit needs to use the majority of the energy it has, right? The rabbit has to use it for cellular respiration. It's going to use it to lose some of it as waste, right? It's going to go to the bathroom, lose some stuff as waste. So the rabbit has to use the majority of the energy, and only 10% that is left is going to go to the lynx, yes? Okay. So herbivores are going to use some of it for cellular respiration and pass a little of it on. So the rabbits are going to use that energy to grow or to replenish its cells or to do cellular respiration, right? And then it's going to pass a little of it on to the lynx. Yes, number 3. So why is there less biomass in the carnivores than the herbivores? Because the rabbits can't give all of their energy to the lynx, right? It's gonna, after it eats, it uses the energy, right? It doesn't store it and save it for the lynx. It's gotta use some of that energy to do processes so it can live. So the lynx is only getting whatever is left over, which is that 10%. So technically, you would have to calculate, like if we're looking at a certain number of grass. Right now, on the top of my head, I can't just tell you how much grass has. You have to give me like an area, how much, we would have to look at it like that. Does that make sense? I make up numbers as examples for y'all, but I don't have an exact number of how much biomass the grass is on Dutchtown's campus. Be something to look into. Alright, and then the last one. Why is there less biomass in the herbivores than the producers? So why is there less? Why does it go from 100% to 10%? What does the grass have to do?
The grass has to release some of it to survive, like eat.
Yes, so it needs to do cellular respiration. It's also got to grow. It's going to save some for storage, right? And it's going to use some of that glucose to make the cell walls of plants. So it's going to use a good bit of it and only pass on some of it, right? And we're almost done. Alright, so what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to do this reading by yourselves. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to read. Okay, and then we're going to talk about it. So, quietly, independently, by yourself.
We missed the question.
I did?
Related to the chemical motion and heat.
No, that's after this reading. You got to read this first. It should be at the bottom of that page before you get to that. The chemical motion, yeah. See it?
Oh.
Caleb's not here. I know I put one in for sure. Alright, so y'all probably read some of this before. The very bottom part was the most important for the next question. Did y'all understand that? Anybody follow that? At least you're honest now. So this first one, it says, what is the relationship between chemical energy, motion energy, which is also called what? What is the energy that causes motion? What is that called? This type of energy. Movement. Is that you, Jason? Kinetic energy. Y'all remember learning about that? Yeah. So motion energy, we can also call it kinetic energy and heat energy. If I tried to write this into like an equation, what would I do? Chemical energy, what type of stuff is chemical energy? Yes, that's what it is. So hold on, where's my pen? I'll just write the name. That's fine. So chemical energy is glucose, right? So it's in glucose. So anything that we eat, right? Fats, carbohydrates, and protein. So has stored chemical energy. When we eat that chemical energy, we're going to transfer and use it as what? Motion energy or kinetic energy. Good job. So the food we eat is now giving us energy for our bodies to move. Yes? So it's transferred. Right? We are not creating it out of thin air. It's transferred to motion energy. And then if I'm moving around or walking too fast or I'm running to go catch up with my friends all the way at the other end of the parking lot, what am I releasing? Heat energy. Good job. That's why you get hot and sweaty. Right? Especially if you're talking to your girlfriend and she's going to pee and you got to run up the stairs and go to a different class in the freshman academy, right? You release a lot of heat, huh? So again, transfer to heat. So we're going to release it as heat back to the atmosphere. Yes? So based on the passage, I need y'all to go back to this and add arrows and percents of energy. So go back to this. What would I write down here? What would I write right here for percents? Y'all know this. 100, right? If you are converting solar energy into energy for the grass, it can only go up to 100, right? It can only go up to 100%. And then the amount of this that can go to the rabbit would be what, Drive? You got it. It's just a number. Remember decimals, and I told you about that? Beautiful. 10%. And then what percent is going to go to the lengths, Ahmad? How much goes to the lengths? 110. One. Y'all. So, and then the rest is going to be, so lost as heat. It's going to go back after the plant uses it, and it's going to be lost as heat. Okay? So. Alright. Alright, so how do these cycles of an ecosystem reflect the law of conservation of matter? Not being created or destroyed. We're just converting the matter from one form to another. So, in the carbon cycle, right? Carbon is in the atmosphere. It's going to be released. It's going to be taken in by the tree, changed to something else. Then the bunny's going to eat it, change to something else. Then the lynx is going to eat it. It's going to be changed back into released in the atmosphere, right? We did not create anything and we didn't destroy anything, right? It's arrows. It's all connected. It's a cycle. Same thing with the water cycle. That's why when people say we need to conserve water because we're in a drought, because all the rest of our water's in the air. We can't just magically make it appear, right? We can't make any more water than what we have.
Unless you're away.
This was right now.
Right here. Cannot created or destroyed in any of these cycles, right?
Unless you're a wizard, you can have either.
A wizard, yeah, I know. We're not in Hogwarts, are we?
Baby,
Jed, I'm a wizard.
say how smart you are, you're not.
What is it? What is it?
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Don't say that again. Don't say that again. All right. So, how do the cycles of an ecosystem reflect the law of conservation of energy? So, what did we just demonstrate in that arrow? We had chemical energy went to motion energy went to heat. Did we create or destroy anything?
No, everything was transferred.
Yes, we're just transferring it from one form to another. So we're not creating any new energy and we're not destroying any energy. And then we only have one more question. So everything is conserved in processes, in these cycles.
Did you say the same thing for more?
Basically, it's the same thing, except we're talking about energy. So we can't create or destroy matter, we can't create or destroy energy. And then I need you to look at those three statements, and how would you define what biomass is? What's another name for it? Oh. What's the other name for biomass? Braden. Okay, living matter. What about something else? So it says biomass is renewable energy found in all organisms. It says plants and other autotrophs produce biomass through photosynthesis. So we are producing it in photosynthesis. So what are we producing? Chemical energy. Somebody else said something? What are we making in photosynthesis? Like, it's not a trick question. What are we making? What's our big product that we need? We need, plants need glucose. Is there anything else? No, I'm just going to leave it as chemical. So, because it's stored. Chemical energy made from sunlight. So, either of those. So, what I need you to do, so Jordalise, I need you to finish the test for me. Jariah, I need you to finish a test for me. Katie's going to start one. Sydney just left, so she can't do one, but you can start your benchmark if you'd like to. So, everybody else, you may listen to music on your computer as long as you are doing your study guide, yes? So y'all are going to pull out your study guide, and since I have too many other people testing, I don't want y'all to talk because y'all are going to probably distract them, yes? So go on somewhere on the study guide that you're struggling. If you know the answer to something, skip that page, skip that slide. Go to something you're struggling with, and I'll be walking around the room. So, we're ready. You just have to finish this. So, you just have to finish this right now. Alright, Katie.
Put a flash music.
Dry. You want to do it on the computer? I don't know if you were typing or if you were writing. Computer? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna bring this back to you this week. Yes. Trust me, I won't. Yes. Thanks. What you got?
I looked at how much biomass it is, approximately like 450 kilograms of carbon is inside of a.
How much what?
Is it approximately 450 kilograms of carbon
Yes, I gotta leave it on. Until the end of class, so, sorry. Got your computer?
Oh, how you gonna go? I swear I don't. I don't gonna.
I know you're only on the 31 percent.
I ate them.
Okay, did I say y'all can talk to each other? I gotta get people to finish taking these tests, so give them quiet. If y'all need me, I will be around. Let me unlock these 2 tests and then I will go wherever y'all need me. Also, I put Kahoots on Google Classroom for y'all to review tonight at home. Are we allowed to use AirPods? Okay.
I just like the school policy,
Well, it's not a school policy, it's a state policy.
state policy.
Nobody
Okay, Uriah, I'm unlocking this test for you right now.
That's,
See if you can go to Schoology and open it up.
I don't think
That's perfect. It's just no, HEB is gonna be worse. Uriah, I'm unlocking it for you. You only have 3 more questions left, sweetie. So, I just unlocked it. Also, I'm gonna get these root models back to y'all. So. Common. Oh, it's unlocked, my bad. Will you lock it for me, sweetie? Did you get it? Like that's too much for you to trust me. It's up here, sweetie. Anybody else not get the study guide? So we're working on, y'all can listen to me as long as y'all are working on the study guide. That's gonna take me more. Can you do that? Is that what that is? How does a plant get water control? What part of it? one point. Start down here. So it doesn't ask you to identify the process. So I need to know what that is. Process of the water. So identifying the process, would you explain it? Okay, so try your best to explain that when you're done. So, don't give me the process name, so you're identifying the structure, so you see that that's what you have to do first. So what is the structure on the point that takes in water from the soil? That's a point. And then a point is explaining the process, not identifying the process. Do you see the difference? So this is tell me what is the structure. So what actually helps the plant take in water from the soil? What part of the plant takes in water from the soil? Okay, so that's what you need to say instead of this. Yes, you're not going to finish on this. Yeah, because Kaylee said she's. Yes.
What date is it?
So, you got it back. Now, can you explain the process how it is? Not identify the process. We already know what the process is. What is the process that, how water is taken? What is the process? Structure for how a plant transports water to the plant. So, what is the part of the plant that transports water from the roots all the way to the top? So that's the other identifier. And at least if you get the two identifiers, you got 204 points. Does that make sense? Okay, so identify what part of the plan. So if you don't know, sometimes looking back at other stuff in here will jog your memory. Okay? What I would do is start with this question right here, question 11, because they're all standalone questions. So, so what's our limiting factor that's gonna affect the population of voters? What's gonna affect the voters? Less than 7 is what it's gonna be. That's 6. Yes, so less than 7 was, yes. Yes. food making process, when plants make food, what's that called?
Oh.
Yeah, what's that process? Yes. See, you do it. Better solution to fix the problem. So what is response to the problem? How will we fix that problem, okay? Okay, you should be able to get back in. Which organism's gonna have the most biomass? Okay, so which one looks like it's gonna have the most? Yes, it's always gonna have the most. It gets 100% of the energy. Like that's it.
Mhm.
down to 1 minute left of class. So I'm gonna come, we'll finish this up later. I'll let you think how much I'm Again, I have access to all Google Classroom. If that's something you want to hit, just click through tonight to make sure you know. Alright, right. Guys, hold on, I gotta get these tests. We didn't finish. Okay. You wanna finish your quick?
Was the envelope?
Great. Okay, you just hit the X button for me. Close out. Alright, Jason, close out for me, girl. Alright, y'all have a quiz tomorrow. It is 14 multiple choice questions. 14 multiple choice questions. On Google Classroom, I have posted a Kahoot review for you. Also, y'all have your study guides, yes? So if y'all are putting your binders back there, I really hope you know what you're studying or you're at least taking home your study guide. Making me nervous. Some of y'all's grades need to go up. Alright, y'all have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.